having a good time tonight? Yeah! I've been impressed. I've seen some good young talent. Yeah! Blue Bands! I tell you what, it's a lot better than a lot of these shows I've been on, I'm going to tell you right now. I actually saw some wrestling. I actually saw photos being used. You know how rare that is today? Well, let's talk a little bit about what I'm here for tonight. Don Curtis. How many of you remember Don Curtis? How many of you remember Florida Championship Wrestling? Eddie Brown. Yeah! Mike Brown. Yeah! Barry Windham. Yeah! Like Jack Mulligan. I was in there too one day. How about Mr. Dusty Rhodes? I can't tell you how many people's always told me here tonight how they missed those days. I miss them too, guys. But let's talk. I called a lot of the guys before I was coming up here. I wanted to get their ideals, get their thoughts about Don Curtis. And you know the one word that almost every one of them used? Champion! It was class. Of all of them I've talked to, now you ain't gonna get a lot of guys together and they all have good things to say about competitors. But I never had one to say anything against Don Curtis. That speaks volumes, folks. That speaks volumes. You go out there and you talk to someone today and say, yeah, he was a pretty good old guy, but. And when you hear that but coming, what does that usually mean? Bad news. Look out, right? Here comes the knife. Where's it go? Well, I didn't hear that with Don Curtis. You know, professional wrestling has moved and changed, went through different eras. Let me throw out a couple of names that y'all, any of y'all remember Lou Thesz? Yeah. When he got in the ring, how many times did you see him climb up on that top rope and jump off on anybody? Never. Never. What did they do then? They got in the ring and they wrestled. Who do you think trained Don Curtis? Lou Thesz. Lou Thesz. When Don King, I'm talking about King. That's a whole new one altogether, isn't it? Only in America. But Don Curtis, he learned from his teacher. And he applied it. And he used it. And he was very, very successful. Now, I didn't have a chance to be in the ring against Don. He had already retired from the ring when I met him. The first time I met him was here in Jacksonville. I was just getting started in the business myself. So I came here to Jacksonville, young kid, just getting started. I had the championship runs later when I came back before. But Don used to pull me to the side. He'd watch our matches, he'd watch what I did, and he said, Ron, you might want to try this. You might want to try that. You might want to use this. He always took time to talk to us young guys. And folks, I'm going to tell you something. In our business, jealousy is one of the worst things you'll ever know about. You think you got a friend, but you ain't. But Don was one of those guys that was a friend. He did what he said what he was going to do, and he did it. And Don would always teach you the best thing. And I appreciate that. But Don, he wasn't only just a good single competitor, Y'all ever remember a guy by the name of Kevin Sullivan? You remember he got a partner named Purple Haze? You know what his real name was? Mark Lewin. Now he wasn't always the Purple Haze. There's another very good scientific wrestler. And he progressed into the Purple Haze. But him and Don Curtis were tag team partners. They won several titles. They were very successful. And then Don was doing so well, he also had a partner by the name of Eddie Graham. Y'all remember Eddie Graham? Yeah. Well, that was my mentor, Eddie Graham. Him and Don Curtis were tag team for a long time. I heard somebody a minute ago saying something about Florida Championship. Well, Eddie Graham was Florida Championship wrestler. He used Don Curtis here as his promoter in Jacksonville. Don wanted to get out of the ring. He moved to Jacksonville and he stayed here. And he promoted the championship wrestling from Florida and here in Jacksonville. Every Thursday night, how many went to the Coliseum? How far is that away from here? No? It's what? It's gone? The old Coliseum's gone? I stopped and think about all the old buildings we used to go to. Eddie Graham Sports Complex in Orlando. What is it now? A subdivision. You go to Port Harrison or the Armory in Tampa. It ain't there no more either. Now I hear the Jacksonville Auditorium. Y'all didn't make my day, folks. Love you. But Don run that business. He did it perfectly. And when you can talk to all the other wrestlers that were with him and around him, and you never hear a bad word, you always hear uplifting words. Ain't that kind of legacy that you would like to leave? Huh? After you're gone and somebody comes up and asks about you, don't you want to say, hey, he was a class act. They were a class person. Well, that's what Don Curtis was. A class all the way, through and through. So we're here tonight, and I got to tell you, I've enjoyed it. How about you guys? I've seen some talent here tonight. It's got some potential to go move on up in the major leagues. They just need to break. But Don Curtis, you couldn't have a better man. You couldn't have a better mentor. You couldn't have a better individual to have a trophy named after, to have a tournament for him. All I want to say, Don, you won again, buddy. 1, 2, 3, it's you, buddy. Thank you, folks.